In the small town of Kosciuszko, Mississippi, a baby girl was born into poverty in 1954. Her name was Oprah Winfrey. Today, the world knows her as the most influential talk show host of all time. A billionaire, a philanthropist, and a global icon. But what most people forget is that Oprah's life began in pain, rejection, and endless struggle. This is the story of how a little girl who owned nothing, not even proper shoes, rose to become the queen of all media. It's not just a story of success. It's a story of resilience, faith, and the power of refusing to let your past define your future. Oprah's childhood was filled with hardship. She was born to a teenage mother who struggled to raise her. Her father was not around. For the first 6 years of her life, Oprah lived with her grandmother in a tiny wooden house with no running water and no electricity. Her grandmother dressed her in potato sacks because they couldn't afford clothes. Other children laughed at her, calling her rag doll. But even in those early days, something extraordinary was hidden inside Oprah. Her grandmother taught her how to read the Bible, and by age 3, Oprah was reciting verses in church with such passion that people were amazed. Everyone said, "This little girl has a gift." But life grew darker as Oprah grew older. When she moved back to live with her mother, she faced unspeakable abuse. From the age of 9, she was repeatedly mistreated by relatives and family friends. By 14, overwhelmed by trauma and pain, Oprah ran away from home. She became pregnant as a teenager. The baby was born prematurely and died shortly after birth. Most people would have been crushed by such tragedy. Most people would have given up. But Oprah did not. She decided her story would not end in pain. At 15, she was sent to live with her strict father, Vernon Winfrey, in Nashville. He set rules, gave her discipline, and pushed her toward education. He believed in her. He told her, "You can do better. You are destined for more." Oprah took those words to heart. She studied hard, joined her school speech team, and discovered her true gift, communication. When she spoke, people listened. When she told stories, people felt them. By 19, Oprah had her first job on local radio, then quickly became the youngest and first African-American female news anchor in Nashville. But her journey was far from easy. When Oprah moved to Baltimore to co-host a talk show, she was criticized for being too emotional, too raw, and too different from traditional broadcasters. She could have quit. She could have believed the critics. But instead, she embraced her authenticity. She decided that she would not hide her emotions, she would use them. Her honesty, her empathy, and her openness became her strength. Soon, viewers connected with her like never before. They didn't just see a TV host. They saw someone who understood their struggles. Someone real. In 1986, Oprah launched The Oprah Winfrey Show. It started as a small program. Within a year, it became the highest-rated talk show in America. Over the next 25 years, Oprah interviewed presidents, world leaders, celebrities, and ordinary people with extraordinary stories. She opened conversations about race, abuse, self-love, and healing, topics that were once considered taboo. Her voice became the voice of hope for millions. But Oprah's success wasn't just about fame. She used her platform to change lives. She built schools in Africa, donated millions to charities, and encouraged people to read through her famous book club. Everywhere she went, she carried one message: no matter where you come from, you can create the life you deserve. Now, let's pause here. Think about Oprah's journey. From a little girl wearing potato sacks to a billionaire inspiring the world. From a childhood filled with trauma to a life filled with purpose. What made this possible? It wasn't luck. It wasn't easy. It was her decision to never let her circumstances define her destiny. Oprah once said, "Turn your wounds into wisdom." Every painful experience in her life, poverty, abuse, rejection, became fuel for her purpose. Instead of letting her scars hold her back, she used them to inspire others. And that is the lesson we must all learn. No matter how broken your past may be, it does not decide your future. No matter how deep your wounds are, they can become the source of your greatest strength. No matter how many times life pushes you down, you always have the power to rise. Oprah did not let poverty stop her. She did not let abuse define her. She did not let tragedy break her. And because of that, she changed not just her own life, but the lives of millions. Moral of the story: your past does not define you. Your circumstances do not control your destiny. What matters is how you choose to rise, how you choose to fight, and how you choose to turn your pain into power. Whenever you feel hopeless, remember Oprah Winfrey. Remember the little girl in potato sacks who grew into a global icon. If she could rise from poverty and pain to inspire the world, then you too can rise above your struggles. Your story is not over. Your past is not your prison. You have the power to create your own future. Keep going. Keep believing. And one day, just like Oprah, your light will shine so brightly that it will inspire the world.